to another episode of our live stream, My Journey to the Trinity. My name is Hussein. Happy to be with you. Happy you can be with me. Hope you're having a good day. And I don't know. I heard, you know what? Today I started hearing some stuff, and I wasn't sure exactly. The first I heard of it was from what's his name? Junior. You know, Junior, who's been kind of the big Dawa, the face of Dawa, kind of, and it seems like he freaked out a little bit. It was on X. Let me see if I could find it. Um, it was on X, and he said, by the way, guys, I just want to play this video for you. I made it, and I made it with AI, but I made it with my wife's image, and it doesn't 100% look like her because it's AI, but I just wanted to play it for you. Yesterday, I wasn't able to play it for you because of mechanical stuff, but I think it will work today, so I'm going to go ahead and try to play it. So.
Did you mean what you said? Did you mean what you said? Can I rest my head? Can I rest my head on your everlasting arms? 'Cause I've been hearing sounds here and all around about a friend so kind with shoulders stronger than mine. I saw the sign, neon yellow, flash through the night just like an arrow. I saw the words, I saw the light, but I did not know what it means. Just one look at you, I started to live, and how I needed what you had to give. And in the glow of the green and the red, I understood what it said. Come unto me if you're tired and you're weak. Come unto me if you're tired and you're weak. And I will give you rest.
All right. So anyway, I made that. I wanted to show it to you yesterday, but mechanical stuff wasn't working, so it didn't work out. So anyway, that's a song I wrote. I wrote that song about 6 years ago and recorded it. So anyway, let's let's look again, see how things are going up in Jannah with our friend. Yes, he's still working on number one, you guys. Remember, he's got 124 quadrillion of these. And according to Houston Euler's equation. And so he's, with each one, he's going to spend 10,000 years. And then after, he will, after the 10,000 years, he'll start, go to number two. And then he's got 124 quadrillion of these. And so he's going to be busy for a long time, but look how happy he is. Look how happy he is. Look how happy everybody around him is, except for that one woman on top, who I believe, it's my opinion, okay, you could disagree with me, I believe that's his wife, and she's like, dude, I got to wait how many quadrillion years before I get to see my husband again. So anyway, but he's still working on number one, and he'll be with her for our entire lifetimes, you guys, because it's been 1,000 years. I know there are some hadiths that say it's only 1,000 years with each one. So, but there's still 124 quadrillion. I mean, during our lifetimes, he's going to be with number one. So anyway, so that is, so anyway, that's the situation there. And so anyway, just to remind you, he seems happy. He looks like he's doing good. I don't know what his son is doing. I'm not sure what his son is doing, but I don't know. He may also be enjoying his Jannah and his reward up there. So anyway, what I heard today, you guys, and I heard this, I don't know what to think, you guys. I'm kind of like, dude, what's going on? Netanyahu said something. Let me see here if I can find it. For me, when I'm thinking about it, thinking, what is he talking about? But let's just listen to what he said. And then maybe somebody here who has deeper understanding of these things can help us here. So you got to read the English because what he says is in Hebrew.
אז אני אגיד לך, יכול להיות שנגיע לימות המשיח.
Okay, what he just said is, so I will tell you, we may reach the return of the Messiah.
אבל זה לא הולך לקרות ביום חמישי הבא.
But it's not going to happen next Thursday. Oh, yeah.
הוא ייפול ואז הבעיה תיפטר. אבל...
I hope this Iranian government falls and then the problem will be solved. And everything else, it's like, okay, whatever. But just that, let me just play it again. Now, remember, this is a Jew. He's Jewish. Okay, he's not a Christian. But listen to what he says.
אז אני אגיד לך, יכול להיות שנגיע לימות המשיח.
So I will tell you, we may reach the return of the Messiah.
אבל זה לא הולך לקרות ביום חמישי הבא.
But it's not going to happen next Thursday. What the heck? He said this yesterday, and it was Thursday yesterday, okay? He's saying it's not going to happen next Thursday. Okay. So we need to ask some. Hello, Solomon. God bless you. I don't. Vigo Bond, you're asking some very deep questions, and I'm not really qualified to, maybe you should ask Rob Christian or some better English speaker than myself, and so, but no, it describes them as as humans. Muhammad is very, the Quran is a very detailed book. The Quran is a very detailed book. So when it comes to describing the Houris, the Quran is exceptionally detailed. And it has very graphic descriptions of the Houris. And it's very clear that these are women, girls, boys, all Kasirat al-Taraf in Arabic. The word in Arabic for the Houris, one of the words is Kasirat al-Taraf. Kasirat is a word in Arabic that means child. Kasirat. And so that's not really good, but that's what it says in the Quran. It says Kasirat al-Taraf. And the word in Arabic, kasir, means boy, and kasira is girl, little girl. And so we're talking about children here, you guys. And so anyway, that's so anyway, Blokte Blagoslovio, my brother, God bless you. got the Croatian presence here, and God bless you all. Yes, the word kasirat, which is the word that's used to describe the Houris, one of the words used is kasirat al-taraf. Kasirat, on the edge, Kasirat means little girl. That literally means child. In the Bible, they use the word kasir in the Bible. Galatians chapter 4, Lama kunt kasir, when I was a child. So it's used in the Bible, and it meant child. When I was, from Galatians chapter 4, when I was a child, I was in bondage under the elements of this world. Well, the word for the Houri in the Quran is kasirat, which is the same word for child. So anyway, now I did say that to somebody once who was a better Arabic speaker than me, and they didn't seem to agree with me about that. But you know what? I still think that that's what it means. So anyway, going back to Netanyahu. Okay, some of what Netanyahu says, maybe we ought to watch it again. I don't want to bore you guys to death we're watching the same thing, but this is just kind of trippy. It's kind of trippy to hear a Jewish leader say this.
אז אני אגיד לך, יכול להיות שנגיע לימות המשיח.
Mashiach, you heard him say Mashiach, which is the word for Messiah. So I tell you, we may reach the return of the Messiah.
אבל זה לא הולך לקרות ביום חמישי הבא.
But it's not going to happen next Thursday. Now, I don't know. I mean, he said this on Thursday. He said it on Thursday. And so I don't know the importance, the significance of Thursday. I'm not sure what the significance of Thursday, but there's one word in there that kind of like bing, it kind of woke me up, Oh, by the way, the one who I first read this from is Junior. Junior, he did debates with I think Inspiring Philosophy, or he did a debate, I think, with Andrew Wilson. I'm not sure which one, but I think he's done debates with a lot of them. I think Apostate Prophet, maybe. So he's like the big, like Sneeko was last year. He's kind of the big man on the Dawa block right now, even though I think he's had a little bit of trouble. But anyway, he's the one that that took note of what Netanyahu said, the return of the Messiah. You guys, what is interesting to me when I hear Netanyahu talking about the return of the Messiah, because that's what he said. He says we might make it to the return of the Messiah. Well, the thing is, Jews don't believe the Messiah came. Jews don't believe the Messiah came. Now, Messianic Jews do. Messianic Jews, those are Jews who are Christians, who believe that Jesus is the Messiah. They believe the Messiah came. But the regular Jews do not believe the Messiah came. So why is Netanyahu talking about the return of the Messiah? How can he return if he never came? Because according to the Jews, they don't believe he came. But Netanyahu said the return of the Messiah. So I'm curious, why did he, this speech was written, okay? Believe me, in the current situation that Israel's in right now, at war with Iran, really trying to keep America involved in this war, trying to get America not to back out and everything. They're not going to make a mistake. This isn't a slip up. He said this on purpose. And he said, return of the Messiah. Well, if the Messiah is returning, that means he was already here. And who could he be referring to? Which makes it a bigger issue when it says that the Jews claim to have, you know what? With Junior, I wish I could find the message that Junior sent, because it was on TikTok, not TikTok, on X, excuse me, on Twitter. And he says, why is he saying the Messiah is going to return? And he asked it like 12 times. And then at the end he says, especially with Ramadan, the Eid of the Ramadan feast coming up, the end of Ramadan is coming up. So why did he say that? So I'm very interested in what the Muslims have to say about this. But I'm very interested why Netanyahu. He doesn't slip up. He doesn't slip up. He doesn't make mistakes like this. Jews do not believe, not Messianic Jews, regular Jews do not believe the Messiah came. So how could they be talking about the return of the Messiah? How could they be talking about the return of the Messiah? Let's watch this again. Okay.
וזה לא הולך לקרות ביום חמישי הבא. הוא ייפול ואז הבעיה תיפטר. אבל בכל הלך, יכול להיות שנגיע לימות המשיח.
He said, so I will tell you, we may reach the return of the Messiah. Either he's hanging around a lot of Christians, or, you know what? I wonder, okay?
אבל זה לא הולך לקרות ביום חמישי הבא.
But it's not going to happen next Thursday. Either he's hanging around a lot of born-again Christians, or he's hanging around a lot of Messianic Jews, or this was planned, or, Vigo Bond says maybe he's playing it like a politician. That's very possible that he's just doing this to keep the Americans in the war, because he knows what this is going to do for the Zionist Christians, saying, Netanyahu is expecting the return of the Messiah, which means the Messiah was already here. Meaning he knows that Jesus is the Messiah. Yapaye, yapaye, yapaye. Yapaye. And so these are, and I think if it's a political game, it's a genius political game. It's a genius political game. Why? If it's a game. I'm not saying it is. But if it is, it's a genius game, because I saw how I reacted. I knew how I reacted when I saw that. Like, He's expecting the return of the Messiah. That means the Messiah was already here. Meaning, he believes in Jesus. Does he believe that Jesus is the Messiah? Yopaye, yopaye. This is, maybe that's not. If you guys have another opinion, I'd like to hear what you think he meant when he says the return. We may reach the return of the Messiah. Yopaye. What's going to happen next Thursday? Okay. Let's see. Let's see what date is next Thursday. 2026. Okay, today is the 13th of March. Okay, so next Thursday is the 19th. Let me see. 19th. March 19th, 2026. Certified Nurses Day. Okay, it's Certified Nurses Day. Absolute Incredible Kid Day. Companies That Care Day. Clients Day. National Poultry Day. This is it. This is it. This is it. We have discovered. You guys, that's it. I think we found it. Okay, what's important about next Thursday? It's National Poultry Day, National Chicken Day. The Orthodox Jews, they do sacrifice chickens. They sacrifice chickens, orange and lemons. Okay. So I'm curious, when is the last day of Ramadan 2026? Okay. 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 Oh, it will end the last day of Ramadan. The last day of Ramadan is on the 19th. The last day of Ramadan is on the 19th. Maybe that's what got Junior, he was like, I don't want to say he's freaking out, but he wrote it like 14 times. Like, what? Why did Netanyahu say the Messiah is going to return? Why did Messiah, before Thursday? And so next Thursday is the last day of Ramadan. Yay. It's not going to be by next Thursday. Dude, Netanyahu, I don't know what he's got the Christians wondering. He's got the Muslims wondering. He's got the Jews wondering what is he saying? What is he talking about? He is a politician, and but it's like, you know what I'd like to believe? What I would like to believe when he said return of the Messiah, what I'd like to believe is that maybe it was a slip of the tongue, but that he believes the Messiah came. That he does believe in the Messiah. He does believe Jesus is the Messiah. Because he's believing in the return of the Messiah. Not just the coming of the Messiah, but the return of the Messiah. And, I think absolutely by saying the Messiah will return, he panders both to Christians and to Abdul's very smart move. Absolutely. It was so genius. It's like, this is like, unless there's something else going on that I'm not figuring out, but I just know that, as a Christian American, and when I heard this, it was just like, what? He believes in the return of the Messiah? He believes in the return of the Messiah. That's like, that's pretty wild, So anyway, it kind of, for me, it kind of made me think of, something's going on here. And either he is trying to get like I said, the evangelical Christians in America excited to where they'll keep the Americans in the war in Iran, or it was a slip of the tongue and he's a secret believer. He's a secret messianic believer. You know? And another thing that's going on, you guys, in regard to Netanyahu, there's something else I want to say about what he said. But before we do that, I just want to show you something else that seems to be going on. And I kind of think it's because of what's going on in Iran, because of what's going on in Iran.
אז אני אגיד לך, יכול להיות שנגיע לימות המשיח.
Let me see if I go back here.
אז אני אגיד לך, יכול להיות שנגיע...
Okay. Another thing that we're seeing is, I've seen a lot of these videos, and I think, I don't know if you've seen this. Let's see. This is kind of crazy, but one thing that there's a lot of talk about is about they're saying that Netanyahu's dead, that Netanyahu died. That's one thing that they're saying. Oh, here, Netanyahu vows to reach Messiah's return at Israel's target. I'm curious, you guys. I want to look at this right now really quickly. I want to see any comments on this.
Hello, I'm...
אז אני אגיד לך, יכול להיות שנגיע לימות המשיח, אבל זה לא...
I want to see if there was any comments on this. There's 94,000
אז אני אגיד לך, יכול להיות שנגיע לימות המשיח.
Where's the comments?
אבל זה לא הולך לקרות ביום חמישי הבא.
Let's just look at some of the comments on this, okay? Because this is like, look what Nizam Khuda, which it sounds like possibly Iranian. He's preparing for his boss, the Dajjal. Now, the Dajjal in Islam is the Antichrist. Let's see what the replies to that. If he's ready for the Dajjal, he's also ready for the real Messiah, Prophet Isa. Wow, it's Muslims for all these comments are Islamic. If I'm right, Isa is the Islamic name for Jesus. Not really, but okay, it's a different person altogether. Don't forget the Imam, too. They're talking about the Mahdi. It's interesting, Truth Defender. It's the Muslims that are really reacting to this. Isn't that funny? It's the Muslims that Netanyahu, he did this knowing. Yeah, you know what? Because really, when you looked at what Junior wrote, it seemed like Junior was panicked. It looked to me like he was panicked. I'm not saying he was, but it looked to me like he was panicked. He wrote it like 12 times. Why did Netanyahu say the Messiah is going to return? And so I think Netanyahu is playing this thing, man. Very interesting. And I hope I get to see some Christian responses too. Most of these are Muslim responses. Here's someone else, Aziz. He says, Imam Mahdi also. I know that the Imam Mahdi, he is not Messiah. I just told Prophet Isa's name is really Messiah. Okay, whatever. Yes, Prophet Isa as well, but I guess it's going to be Imam Mahdi first, and I believe that Imam Mahdi is the Antichrist. That's what John MacArthur says. It will be Imam who will face the Dajjal, but ultimately killed by the Prophet Isa, whatever. Pre-recorded, currently Rat is hiding without any technology so that he cannot be traced. Enlightened. These are all Islamic. Devil's workshop, man. Wallahi, das ist war. Swear to Allah, this is war. Interesting. Netanyahu is dead. The video is fake. Look at this. All of these are Muslim response. He is not dead. His brother was not alive. Whatever that means. That's a green screen. What a coward. Okay, war criminal. It's AI. He is dead. That is not him. Are they saying that this is the image of the Netanyahu? AI, yeah, but yeah, you guys, things are like biblical, unbelievable. Okay, I can smell alcohol from here. This is AI generated. Mark my words, guys. Oh, okay. 3 of Iran's leaders are walking freely in the streets today, celebrating with millions, I doubt it, with thousands of Iranians. Imagine if Netanyahu tried to walk outside Tel Aviv right now. Israel emerges stronger than ever before. Then why fearing the neighboring countries unnecessarily? It's the end of Israel. All of these are Muslims. Without U.S., Israel is weak. You know what, Dr. I'm not going to say your name, but you're going to find out, because Ezekiel 38 shows that in Ezekiel 38, nobody stands with Israel. Nobody, not America, not Brazil, not Russia. Nobody stands with Israel, but God rises up to defend them. So I wouldn't mess with them. If my grandfather had wheels, she would be a bicycle. Without Russia, Iran and China are weak. Police be upon him. It is understandable that no countries stand alone in defense. Countries cooperate with one another. Okay, dumb comparison. His face is showing he is scared to death and making up stories to get out of it. Why background is moving and not the flags? I don't understand. How can you be 70 years old and still not figured out that the end of days comes to all of us, individual through death? No, but it comes to the whole world too, and the Bible talks about it. He is already there with his Messiah, Diablo. Where are Netanyahu, Ben Gvir, Smotrich? This is AI, so this is like artificial shaitan intelligence. Why is AI scared of the inside bunker? He stole Marco Rubio's ears. Is that six-finger AI Netanyahu? Six-finger meaning Nephilim. The Nephilim in the Old Testament had 6 fingers. Creepy. Has anyone noticed he has 6 fingers on both hands? Yay, this is AI, meaning that this is AI, I guess. Okay, well, interesting. Interesting reactions here. So just the fact that he said return of the Messiah makes me think, I'm trying to be positive here, that he is a secret believer in Jesus. I hope so. Yeah, you don't know. But either that or it's a genius move. And it's interesting. The ones who are really reacting to this are the Muslims. And the next Thursday, that's the end of Ramadan. He's talking about the next Thursday, it's the end of Ramadan. So it's like it's got 2 things there that for the Muslims will make their ears go berserk. I bet you. Let's see if there's any Arabs. Let me see. I'm kind of see how Arabs in Arabic are reacting to what Netanyahu says. Netanyahu بيحكي عن المسيح جاي. I want to see if there's any reaction. Oh. يقرأ نحن نمهد لعودة المسيح. There are some videos, okay, but these are like 9 hours ago. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and play this, see what it says, you guys. I don't know if it's if it's related, but let's just see, because there are some things about it, so it's kind of interesting. It's in Arabic, but
They ultimately fall from within. Yes, that's what happens in the end, but we certainly can help, and we are helping. We told them help is on the way. Help is on the way. Well, help has arrived, it is there, and more will arrive in the West. What will happen in the end? I don't want to tell you. I know what we hope for. I am sure you hope for it too. We all hope for the result of this regime falling. And if it doesn't fall, it will be much weaker. I hope it falls and then the problem will be solved, but in any case, it is simply a different Iran. It is no longer as threatening as it was. It is not. It is not the same power. It is not the huge bully that nothing can be done against, or that there is no point uniting against. We are uniting against it right now along with others, and also acting against it in open ways and other ways that will become clear later. In any case, I can tell you that, with God's help, Israel is on a much stronger path, with much greater power than it ever was. And in the end, you have to understand this. Yes, I think everyone says, wait, we will find rest and tranquility, we will reach the Messianic era.
The Messianic era. Yay! In the Arabic translation, you guys, he talks about the Messiah a lot. But I don't know if that if the Arabic writing is the same, really what he's saying, or because it talks about the Messiah a lot in the Arabic writing underneath there. It's not the same as what the English is saying.
The only way to ensure your existence, your future, your prosperity, and the alliances made with you, is to be very strong. And there's no doubt whatsoever that from campaign to campaign, from the War of Revival, to Shield and Arrow, and now to Roaring Lion, Israel is emerging stronger than it ever was. On October 7th, we saw fear on the lips of everyone. Everyone thought it was our end, and today we are at least a regional power, and the whole world is astonished at the bravery of our soldiers, the resilience of our citizens, our technological capabilities, the pilots, the ground crews, the rescue forces, and civil society. They see it coalescing into immense power.
Okay, he already talked about the Messiah there. Now, I just wanted to show you something that Netanyahu. Okay, I just want to show you this because there's many of the Orthodox Jews who really believe that this guy named Schneerson was the Messiah. It's this old guy with a beard. His picture is all over Israel. And he was a Brooklyn rabbi. And a lot of people believed he was the Messiah. I mean, he's dead. He died. But what's interesting is that Netanyahu also met with him. So I don't know.
لم يعد الأمر سرا ما كانوا يتهامسون به في الغرف المغلقة.
Okay, that is Schneerson there on the right. Okay, let me make this bigger here. Schneerson, and this guy who a lot of people think is the Messiah, is with the white beard there on the right. The guy on the left is Netanyahu when he was younger.
باتوا يعلنونه في واضحة النهار اليوم.
ושאין מה להתאגד מולו, גם מתאגדים מולו כרגע יחד איתנו וגם פועלים מולו בדרכים גלויות ובדרכים אחרות שעוד יבררו.
Okay, he's saying that we're waiting for the days of the Messiah.
בהמשך. בכל מקרה אני יכול להגיד לך שבעזרת השם ישראל נמצאת
Okay, he's talking again about
عقيدة دينية يجاهر بها حكامهم.
You know, I listened to some things today from some rabbis about the Messiah just to kind of figure out what the Jews say about the Messiah. Oh, proof that Netanyahu has passed a claim that he has 6 fingers per hand at his latest speech, which is allegedly proof it's AI, except that he has 5 fingers on each hand in the footage. Yeah. A more urgent question, where is South Park cardboard cutout of the dear leader of the Iranian? Well, you know what? This is a lot of very interesting questions that are being asked. And, you know, I know Netanyahu did this. I know he did this. I don't know. But I'm suspicious he did this to get this reaction that he's getting. And I don't know if you guys see anything Let me see if there's any Christian. I mean, we've seen some Muslim leaders talk about this. Let's see if there's any Christian leaders uh, uh, talking about what Netanyahu says and what they think about it. Christian leaders react to Netanyahu talking about the return of the Messiah. See if there's anybody who reacted to this. I'd like to hear some other people's react, some like leaders, Christian leaders, reacting to this. Okay, now this might be interesting. Okay, so that Schneerson guy, Benjamin Netanyahu, will be Israel's prime minister who will pass the scepter to the Messiah. Yabba yeah, yabba yeah. Schneerson. This is what Schneerson is saying. What hasn't changed, however, is that Messiah, still hasn't come. See, that's the Jewish position, is that the Messiah hasn't come. But why is Netanyahu talking about the return of the Messiah? Okay, but anyway, let's see what this guy says. So do something to hasten his coming. This is Schneerson, who some people say is the Messiah, talking to Netanyahu. Do something to hasten his coming. And Netanyahu says, we're doing. Schneerson says, apparently it's not enough. Since many hours have already passed today and he's still not here. Yo, boy, yay. But there are still a few hours left in the day. So try still for today. What the heck? Yeah, boy, yeah. And Netanyahu says, yes, good tidings. Okay, before the year 6000. I want to see what year is it in Jewish calendar. Oh, it's 5784. It's 5784. So that's still got 216 years before 6000. But it didn't say that it's going to be exactly in the year 6000, but that it's going to be before the year 6000. So wow, in 14 years it's going to be the year 6000. Man, if the Lord hasn't come back by then, it's going to be a huge deal when the year 6000. I tell you what, man. Oh, wait, no, this is 214 years. Sorry. Shoot, we won't be around, you know. Um, but we won't be here, but he will still be working on number one. Okay, he'll still be with number one because he's going to be with her 1,000 years. So, okay, so he'll still be working on number one. He hasn't got to number two yet before he gets to the rest of the 124 quadrillion that he has. But anyway, just for mathematical people. So, okay, now that was the first thing. Okay, he talked about the return of the Messiah, but then he talked about Thursday. Which I don't know if it has something to do with the end of Ramadan, because Ramadan ends on Thursday, next Thursday. Don't know if it has something to do with that. But I just kind of wanted to show a passage from the Bible. But he says it's not going to be next Thursday. Well, we all know as believers that he really doesn't know that. He can't say that, man. Jesus said But about the day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. So the Bible says, Jesus specifically said, nobody knows the hour. So he doesn't know that it's next Thursday, but he doesn't know that it's not next Thursday. So he doesn't know. But he said it. The way he said it, it's not going to be Thursday. Well, you don't know that. He doesn't know that. And I wonder, did he say that? Did he say that knowing this verse? Did he say that knowing this verse? And so kind of for a reaction. I don't know, but it's very interesting. So he is very clever. He's very apparently, wow, has already come. Yeah. Well, Sam, that's the thing is Netanyahu saying we will be around for the return of the Messiah. Well, if you say return, that means he already came once, which might mean that he's saying that Jesus is the Messiah. And if that's the case, boy, yay, World War VII, man. So anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing some Christian reactions to this. I wonder if TBN is going to do anything about it tomorrow, or CBN. They always talk about stuff like this. So anyway, it'd be interesting. In the context of not knowing is a reference to the prerogative being in the Father. Not that Jesus did not know, but that it was up to the Father to announce it. Yes, absolutely. Like Paul said, I choose to know nothing among you save Jesus Christ and him crucified. That doesn't mean he didn't know other stuff. He says, I choose to know nothing. I mean, focused on one thing. So when it says the Son doesn't know, that doesn't mean that he doesn't, not aware, but rather that he was not allowed to announce it. So, all right, you guys, since we got 14 people here, which is usually a good crowd for me, I wanted to play my video again, and it's AI, but it's my wife in it, and this is a song I wrote. So for those of you who haven't seen it.
Did you mean what you said? Did you mean what you said? Can I rest my head? Can I rest my head on your everlasting arms? 'Cause I've been hearing sounds here and all around about a friend so kind, with shoulders stronger than mine. I saw the sign, neon yellow, flash through the night just like an arrow. I saw the words, I saw the light, but I did not know what it means. Just one look at you, I started to live, and how I needed what you had to give. And in the glow of the green and the red, I understood what it said. tired and you're weak, come unto me. If you're tired and you're weak, and I will give you rest.
Okay, guys. Well, so that's what I want to talk about today. Thank you guys for if you have any ideas about the it could mean that the Messiah will appear once, leave, and return later. You said that he, according to them, has 260 years to get. Well, according to thank you, Abla. According to, they said before the year 6000. Well, the year 6000 is 214 years away. So yeah, but I think it's going to be a lot sooner than that. And I'd be watching for Thursday. Yeah, but yeah, I wonder what's going to happen Thursday. I wonder if there's something planned. So anyway, we'll see. What else? Oh, hey, babe, come say hi. Come say hi, boo. No, come say hi.
No,
Everybody's no, you're not shy yet, but yeah, everybody just saw you, boo boo.
No.
Yes, come just say hi. Come say hi.
No.
Yes.
I'm shy.
She's doing the truth defender excuse. She's saying, "No, I'm shy.
I'm shy.
Just say hi." Everybody saw. Wasn't she a wonderful actress?
Hi.
Everybody comes to see you. They don't want to see me.
Muhammad is a false prophet.
Yep, stay away from Islam.
If you read,
my sister Ida, God bless you.
if you read Deuteronomy 13, that's Muhammad.
She's gonna make me issue it. Yeah, but yeah, she always
You
starts a
wanna-
fire.
You know what?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah. Deuteronomy 13.
Okay, let's look up.
God, our holy God is talking about a false prophet and a dreamer. Didn't he dream Aisha? He-
13.
Deuteronomy 13, yeah. NIV is yeah. You
Okay.
can change it to LSP or whatever. It's one of
If you guys want to say something about that Muhammad is in the Bible, yes, we have found Muhammad in the
Yeah.
Bible.
Instead of going to Deuteronomy 18 and say he's the
Prophet like unto Moses.
this is Muhammad.
Yeah.
It's written about him.
If a prophet or dreamer of dreams arises among you and gives you a sign or a wonder, which Muhammad didn't do, but they say he did, split the moon, ride on a magic donkey, and the sign or the wonder comes true, which the only one sign and wonder that he said that came true is the fact that he died from poisoning and his aorta was cut.
I think sign and wonder, it's talking about like, when they have the signs and,
Yeah, like a miracle, or they predict something and it comes true. Yeah.
Yeah, or, the Quran and stuff like that people believe in.
Actually, the word in Arabic sign is ayah, which is the same word for a verse of the Quran. Yeah. So, okay. And the wonder comes through concerning which he spoke to you, saying, "Let us walk after other gods."
Allah.
Allah, Muhammad al-Makir, Khair al-Makirin. This is Muhammad. Let us walk after other gods. That's Muhammad, you guys. Deuteronomy 13. whom you have not known. Yeah, but yay. And let us serve them. And it's interesting, serve. In Arabic, the word for serve is na'abidhum. Na'abid, which comes from the word abd, which is the name of Muhammad's father, Abdullah, supposedly. Okay. So now I'm kind of curious to see what the Arabic says, Deuteronomy 13 in Arabic, what the word for, and let us serve them. I'm kind of curious now. Let's just see. I'm just going to look it up real quickly here. Deuteronomy 13. Yay. Okay, Deuteronomy 13. Okay. وحدثت الآية. See, it's the word آية. Okay. ونعبدها لم نعرفها ونعبدها فلا تسمع كلام ذلك النبي أو الحالم ذلك الحلم لأن الرب إلهكم يمتحنكم. Okay. So it's saying if something like that happens, you guys, you know, it's interesting. This is a real lesson about Islam. It says if somebody does this, okay, look what it says. But that prophet or that dreamer, okay, I'll say that. And you, okay, na'bid, by the way, is the word abd, to serve, okay? You shall not listen to the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams, for Yahweh your God is testing you to find out if you love Yahweh your God with all your heart and with all your soul. He's testing you. He's testing you. Islam was a test to see if you love the Lord your God. And you shall walk after Yahweh your God and fear him, and you shall keep his commandments, listen to his voice, serve him, cling to him. But that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he has counseled rebellion against Yahweh your God, who brought you from the land of Egypt and redeemed you from the house of slavery, to drive you from the way in which Yahweh your God commanded you to walk. So you shall purge the evil from among you. Okay. All right. So that is, there's like 20 points right there that is absolutely Muhammad. It's just so clearly Muhammad. So, all right, you guys. Well, we made it in 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We made it an hour. So I didn't think I'd make it an hour, but we made it. Let me just tell you a couple of other prophecies just with this Netanyahu thing. Let me just tell you a couple of other prophecies. Yes, it is. that some interesting things, okay? Let me just show you this. Let me just show you this. You know what, you guys? I've talked about this so many times. I'm going to show you the news article, and then I'm going to give $5 to the person who can tell me the prophecy in the Bible that this fulfills. Who can tell me the prophecy in the Bible that this fulfills? Okay, I'm going to show you the article. $5. Yeah, good luck at collecting it. But $5 if you can tell me which prophecy in the Bible this article fulfills. Okay, let's see. Israel, U.S. Israel mull And that means they're thinking about targeting Iran's uranium stockpile with ground invasion. Okay. The US and Israel have debated going after Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium at a later stage of the war. According to the unnamed Israeli and US officials, President Trump weighs sending several special operations units into Iran as one of several options to prevent the country from further enriching uranium. If the US were to put boots on the ground, it would consist of small operations, not a large force. But US officials claim there were 2 options: extracting the uranium from Iran or diluting it on location. Yay. So what? Okay, the final decision, once U.S. forces had control of the uranium, the official would be made by the president. The War Department says the regime is suspected to have 450 kilograms of 60% enriched uranium, which could be enough material for 11 nuclear bombs. Okay. So, all right, you guys. Now, I've talked about this many times. Who can guess what prophecy this is? Okay, my wife, oh, Truth Defender. The Truth Defender is okay. Let's look. Now I'll show you the prophecy. Okay, you guys, this is too freaky, man. It is so freaky the way these prophecies are being fulfilled. It is so freaky, man. Wow, you just read this and you go, dang. This is the living word of God, man. And we're watching the last days. We better be ready for the rapture, you guys. Who knows? Netanyahu maybe has something planned for Thursday. I wonder if there's any temple talk. Yuppa yay. Is there temple talk for Thursday? Yuppa yay. Yuppa yay. And there was chicken talk too. Didn't he say something about chickens or something? But anyway. Then those who inhabit the cities of Israel will go out and make fires with the weapons and burn them. Okay. Now it's talking about shields and arrows and everything like that. For 7 years, they will make fires of them. And listen to this. They will not carry wood from the field or gather firewood from the forest, for they will make fires with the weapons. Okay. And you guys, the weapon is uranium. It's not just bows and arrows. It's plutonium and uranium, which you take 450 kilos and you put it in a nuclear reactor and it generates electricity so that you don't have to go get firewood because the electricity will warm your house. This was predicted by Ezekiel 3,000 years ago. And dude, yuppa yay. Thank you, Jack Ray. Let me show you another prophecy that we may be seeing fulfilled. Okay, you guys? Now, don't get mad at me about this. Some people maybe will get mad at me about this. But let me just show it to you. And by the way, you guys, since we are still here, let me just show you that this prophecy right here in Ezekiel 39, let me just show you, in 38, it tells you who this prophecy is about. It tells you right here, verse 5, Persia, which is Iran. Persia, which is Iran. Yup, boy, yeah. Okay, now let's look at this prophecy. Okay. Oops. Okay. 24. Matt. Oops. Matthew 24, verse 16. Look what it says here. Then those who are in Judea must flee to the mountains. Okay. It says, when you see the abomination of desolation. What's the abomination of desolation? It's spoken of by the prophet Daniel. It is an image of the Antichrist standing in the holy place. And you guys, you think, oh, this is crazy talk. Don't be forcing. Don't try to make us pay attention to this. Well, if I can't make you pay attention to it, I hope Jesus can make you pay attention. Why? Because this is the only time you see Jesus saying this. Jesus tells us, let the reader understand. Jesus says, let the reader understand. So when Jesus tells you to understand, you better try to understand. Okay. And it says, when you see the abomination of desolation, which was spoken of through Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place. Where's the holy place? The Temple Mount. Keep watching, you guys. Will one of Iran's missiles or one of Hezbollah's missiles fall on the Temple Mount? Yo, boy, yay. Thursday. Yo, boy, yay. No. Then those who are in Judea must flee to the mountains. This is Jesus talking. Whoever is on the housetop must not go down to get the things that are in his house. Whoever is in the field must not turn back to get his garment. Okay, Jesus, where is Judea? That's the West Bank. There's about 500,000 Israelis living in the West Bank. And they are the settlers, and the whole world hates them. The whole world hates them. Mamdani, it makes his skin crawl, the Jews in the West Bank, because they consider that Palestine, the West Bank. And so Jesus here is saying now this is to the Jews. How do we know this is to the Jews? How do we know this is to the Jews? Because it says here, pray that your flight will not be in winter or on a Sabbath. Who observes the Sabbath? The Jews. This is for the Jews, telling them to flee from the West Bank, from Judea. And right now, you guys, one of the big controversies right now, hugest controversy regarding Israel, is if they will take over the West Bank and say this is Israel proper now, which there are lots of people in Benjamin Netanyahu's government want to do that. And if that happens, the world is going to be furious. And but here Jesus is talking about particularly the Jew, that there's going to be Jews in the West Bank. There's going to be Jews in the West Bank who are in danger. I tell you what, you guys, the most endangered Jews in Israel are the ones in the West Bank right now. They are the settlers. There's like 500,000 of them. The United Nations hates them. England, Starmer, they hate them. Okay, Canada hates them. Okay, liberals, Mamdani, all of them, they hate these guys because they say that it's supposed to be Palestine, not Israel. So Jesus here is being these prophecies are so detailed. And if Netanyahu next week says, well, Judea and Samaria just became part of Israel, which the Jews already consider that it is, but the whole world regards it as occupied territory. You guys keep your rapture, just keep your eyes on, because we are getting close, so there, let me show you some more, I'll show you a couple more prophecies. I'll show you, Muhammad's prophecy prophesied the cutting of the aorta. That way I know he's a truth, because yes. Let me just show you a couple more prophecies that I think are relevant from what's going on right now, you guys. I mean, it is just unbelievable. You got to keep your eye on these prophecies. If you never paid attention to prophecies, pay attention now, you guys, because Jesus said, he said, let the reader understand. A lot of Christians don't talk about this. They say, oh, I don't want to talk about that. Dude, if Jesus talked about it, why don't you want to talk about it? If Jesus talked about it, if you look at the topics that are discussed in the Bible that Jesus talked about, the actual sermons, there's very few sermons that you'll find in all of the Gospels. The Sermon on the Mount is in 2 Gospels, even though they're a little bit different in Luke than from Matthew. Okay? The parables are not in all the Gospels. So a lot of them more are in Matthew, because Matthew was the writer, the tax collector. So he was a good writer, and he took shorthand, But the prophecy, this chapter of prophecy from Matthew 24, Luke 21, and from Mark 14, I believe, or 13, it's in 3 of the Gospels. And there's so little of the sermons of Jesus that are recorded. I mean, what we need is there. But this one is repeated 3 times, which means Jesus is serious about this. So we better be serious about prophecy too. And then Jesus rebuked the Pharisees. He said to them, hey, you know the signs of the sky, you know when it's going to rain, but you don't know the signs of the times. He rebuked them for that. So let me just show you this in Matthew 24. Oops, this isn't where, oh no, I wanted to go to Zechariah chapter 12. Okay. Look what it says about the soldiers of Israel. In that day, Yahweh will defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. The one who stumbles among them in that day will be like David, and the house of David will be like God, and the angel of Yahweh before them. And it will be that day that I will seek to destroy all nations that come against Jerusalem. Okay, and but let's look at 14 here. You tell me what this sounds like to you. Tell me what this sounds like to you. Okay. 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 It says, this will be the plague with which Yahweh will plague the peoples who have gone to war against Jerusalem. Tell me what you guys think this sounds like. What does this sound like to you? Their flesh will rot while they stand on their feet. That means they're standing on their feet and they're still on their feet. They haven't fallen down yet, and their flesh rots while they're standing on their feet. Their eyes will rot in their sockets. Their tongue will rot in their mouth. What does that sound like? Their flesh will rot while they're standing on their feet. Their eyes will rot in their sockets, and their tongues will rot in their mouth. Look how the King James says it. Look how the King James says it. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand on their feet. I mean, they haven't fallen to the ground yet. When somebody dies and falls on their feet, yeah, their flesh rots. But this is while they're still standing on their feet. It instantly happens. Their flesh rots away while they're still standing on their feet. Their eyes will consume away in their holes, and their tongues will consume away in their mouth. Does that not sound like a nuclear explosion? Yeah. And let's look at another. I love the weapons prophecies in the Bible. the technology prophecies in the Bible are wild. I love the technology prophecies. Let me see. F. Okay, look at this. Look at this as a prophecy by Jeremiah about the weapons. It says, okay, from thence she shall be taken, talking about Iraq, Babylon. Their arrows shall be as, okay, what version is this? King James, okay. As of a mighty expert, none of them return in vain. Here it's talking about the arrows. The intelligence is not, their arrows shall be as of a, you know, the, now I want to go back to that. Let me see what the LSP says here. Okay. Okay. Okay, their arrows will be like a warrior who makes one childless, who does not return empty-handed. Now, what's interesting about this, their arrows will be like a warrior who makes one. It's talking about the intelligence is not, it doesn't say that the archers are experts. It's talking about the arrows are experts. The intelligence is in the arrows, in the missiles, in the smart bombs. And this was written 3,000 years ago by the prophet Jeremiah. So you got Jeremiah, you got Ezekiel, you got Zechariah, you got, you know, all of these. So anyway, we just be ready, you guys. He's coming back. And so I'm going to, all right. Nuclear electricity lasts longer than, well, you know, in America, and I've got a book about, I wrote a book about it. If you want to get the book, I'll write the name of the book for you, where I actually talk about this. Magog, it's called Magog, Mahdi, and the Mark of the Beast. Okay, I get the link for you too, if you want to go buy it. It's only 99 cents, so it's not like you're going to make me rich. And the Mark of the Beast. Magog, Mahdi, and the Mark of the Beast. This is my book. Show it to you. And I talk about this in that book. Here it's called Magog, Mahdi, and the Mark of the Beast. It's available on Amazon. Okay. So it says Magog, Mahdi, and the Mark of the Beast, biblical prophecies of Christ's soon return. Okay. Now it has the the author as Ali Abdel Masih. That's because when I wrote this, I was still a little bit concerned about putting my own name on it. So I used the name Ali Abdel Masih. But it's me. So yeah. So anyway, if you guys want, it talks about this specifically, this prophecy about using the plutonium, because okay, let's ask Grog, because they actually they actually use America right now. Let me see if Grok will know this. I don't know. Grok may not know this, but this is old news. But what percentage of America's electricity is generated by the old plutonium and uranium from Russian nuclear weapons?
Hang on, checking that stat. Sounds niche, but real. Right now, basically zero. It's not a current thing. The megatons to megawatts deal wrapped up back in 2013 after turning 500 tons of Russian weapons-grade uranium from old nukes into fuel for U.S. reactors. During those 20 years, roughly 1993 to 2013, it powered up to 10% of America's electricity at peak. Some sources even say it hit about half the nuclear fuel supply back then. But once the program ended, no more fresh down-blended stuff came in. The fuel rods from it, they get used up over years, maybe a decade or two in reactors. But today's grid isn't drawing from that old stock in any measurable way. Nuclear's still around 19% of US power overall. But the Russian bomb origin part, that's history, not today's mix. Wild how Cold War leftovers lit our homes for a while, huh?
See? See, guys, Grok knew about this. From 1993 to 2013, 10% of America's electricity to heat our homes came from the weapons of Magog. And Ezekiel 3,000 years ago said that Israel is going to be warming their houses with the weapons of Magog. And in this case, the weapons of Persia. So anyway, dang, Grok delivers for once. Usually Grok is a disappointment. So anyway, all right, you guys. Well, that was, that's what I was going to say. So keep your eye on Thursday. Yep. Yay. And you guys forgive me for overdoing it, but I'm going to go ahead and play my video one more time and we'll end it with this. So if you haven't done it, but it says it in the video, say it now. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. يسوع ساعدني. يسوع سامحني. يسوع ادخل قلبي.
Did you mean what you said? Did you mean what you said? Can I rest my head? Can I rest my head on your everlasting arms? 'Cause I've been hearing sounds here and all around about a friend so kind with shoulders stronger than mine. I saw the sign, neon yellow, flash through the night just like an arrow. I saw the words, I saw the light, but I did not know what it means. Just one look at you, I started to live, and how I needed what you had to give. And in the glow of the green and the red, I understood what it said. Come unto me if you're tired and you're weak. Come unto me if you're tired and you're weak. And I